Hello YouTube, thought I'd do a quick video here. If you've been following my YouTube channel, I did a video on taking a weather alert radio and hooking it up to a handheld. As long as you put the handheld in Vox mode, you can get it to play over repeaters or standalone or however way you want to do it. Now, as we all know, using a Vox mode can be kind of finicky. It will cut out, you'll get dropouts. Especially if the announcer on the weather alert radio pauses, you'll lose your signal. Well, I have designed and I am testing as we speak a prototype interface board, one down here, this one right down there, that will let you plug and play into a handheld or a mobile radio. No Vox. You plug it in a cable to the back of the weather radio. Then depending on what you're going to be using, whether it's a mobile or a handheld, in this case it's a handheld, you plug in two cables, you set the volume on the radio, and there's also a volume control on the board to your liking, and that is it. That's all you got to do. Now, I do want to mention though that the internal speaker does not get turned off when you plug in the cable into the back of the weather alert radio. Midland did not make that option, so you'll hear it come over the speaker also. If you don't want that, then you're going to have to either take the radio apart and install a toggle switch or something to turn off the internal speaker if you don't want it to play out loud. So that is just the way it's made. So that's, yeah. But this is battery backup, which is good news. Now, you can select different type alerts. Do you want to, warnings, watches, advisory? So that's nice about this. You can, set it up to what you want to hear for alerts. And it only goes off when there's an alert. So it won't play all the weather announcements, only alerts. So, and you have the alert function on. And I've been testing this. They do weekly alerts for testing, and it's been working great so far. So that's how I've been testing it. Like I said, my board does not use any Vox. I'm gonna have it so I'll have capabilities to hook up to a mobile radio. And in this case, since I'm using a handheld or even a mobile for that matter, this can be far away from the repeater. You could be miles away. As long as you can program that radio to the repeater frequency, you can get any repeater to get weather alerts. No computer, no internet. Now, in this case, I have it, as you can see how close I am, and it works just fine. But if I wanted to go further away, I could use a mobile radio and be miles away and get that alerts on the repeater. Now, if I don't want to use a repeater, then just don't program repeater frequencies into the radio. You can use it as a standalone. Now, there's one thing I recommend you do, though. If you're interested in getting this interface board to do this, my recommendation first is go to Amazon, go to Walmart, get the weather radio, keep the receipt, put the batteries in it, go to the location where you're going to have your handheld or mobile hooked up, and see what type of reception you get on that weather radio. Because remember, some locations you may need an external antenna for the weather radio to get it in better. In my case, I did. I made a J-pole, real simple, and I got it like 10 feet off the ground. That helped to get my reception better. So you'll have to decide if you want to do that or not. That way you know before you go all in with this. But you can buy antennas, external antennas. You can make one. You can do whichever way you need. Maybe you won't need one. Maybe the built-in antenna will work just fine. But double check that before you do anything else. If it doesn't work the way you like it, then take it back. That's the beauty of Amazon. But remember, if you got static coming in, it's going to be static going out to the radios. So be aware of that. So yeah, so I just want to make a note of that. And then the second thing you need to do is go to my store. I'm going to have I'll put the link down below to my store where you can sign to get notified. This will let me know how many people are interested in this particular interface board. If I get enough interest, then I will go ahead and go into production with this. If I don't get enough people signing up to get notified, then I won't go into production with this particular interface board. Now, I don't do videos stating that I'm not doing production. I just post it on my forum. So I'm also going to post in a link in the description below my link to my forum that tells you what products are not in production or what projects have been discontinued due to a lack of interest. So if you're interested, make sure you sign up to get notified for this board. Now, my board will require power, but the good news is it is a 12 volt DC type of power. So it will come with a wall wart. You can either plug it into electricity, or if you got to plug it into an inverter, or you can wire it direct to a 12 volt battery if you're running a solar type system for your repeater. Or if you want to run it by itself, you can go that route. In this case, I'm running it with a handheld with a battery eliminator. The cord that supplies it, it's plugged in right there for the battery, or so I can run the radio without the battery. I got the radio on low power, and it's been working great. They do weekly tests, so I can really get it. It's sounding real good. And what's nice about it is, since it's using the airwaves, since this repeater is online with Zello, when this thing keys up with other alerts, it goes over my airways, and it also goes over Zello because this repeater is online with Zello. So that's what's kind of nice. The unit itself does not do Zello, but you can do that with your radio depending on how you have your repeater set up. So, or it could be any other network. It don't have to be Zello. Whatever this repeater is hooked up to, it's going to play it over the repeater and any type of network you may be linked to. So, at any rate, I'm going to post those links down below. Again, mine don't use any Vox. Plug and play. Nice thing about weather radio, no internet, no computer. So there you have it. If you have any questions or comments, please post them down below. Please subscribe. Thank you and have a good day.